Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Linko Family. Today's topic is discussing on how farmers can get more produce from their dairy animals, and we're going to be talking about steps by step how farmer should manage his animal or his dairy farm for him or her to acquire more profit. So we are going to first start by showing or start by educating each other on the best breeds, the best management practices, best routine, how you should do, what you should do, and the qualities that you should consider before and after selecting your best breeds for milk production. So let us go on and start discussing. So first we need to discuss about the structure. Remember, dairy animals require their different structure from the feedlot of bulls. So for you to set up a good dairy shed, you should be in mind, or you should have a plan that should guide you towards your preparation of towards your construction of the structure that you will be using to house your animals. Okay, so make sure the structure is well maintained. So most farmers usually use the concrete structures, whereby you just build the structure, the floor you make it concrete. Either some use posts for demarcating the pen for each animal. So make sure you make your structure to be a bit slopey, yeah, a small gradient that will allow the urine out of the pen and also will ease the cleaning of your pen during the cleaning time, and that will help to control some diseases like foot and mouth. Also your animals will be more clean. As you see in our case, in our today's video, this farm is a bit not clean because the animals have some mud on their body, but it is due to poor structure that this farmer used, or the people who were making the structure in this farm, they didn't consider the recommended all the requirements for a good structure. Another thing is also food. Okay, a bit. Let's first stick on structure. Make sure the roof of your structure is let me say 2 meters above your animal. Yeah, the height of your animal 2 meters above it. This will help to that is air circulation, to free and to control the environment inside the pen to be more clean, enough air, clean air, yeah. And make sure the pen, as I said earlier, should be sloping, and water traps should be well placed where they can be easily cleaned. Yeah, make sure the pen is easily accessed. Yeah, and the thing that most farmers usually don't put in mind, you should not allow visitors to visit your pens, mostly because they can spread diseases also, and they can cause big effect to your dairy herd. So make sure you control those people who visit your animals. Okay, so another thing we should consider is about feed. So, and that is where most farmers usually get a challenge when it comes to feed. So make sure you select the best feed that your animal need. Yeah, because most cases, okay, let me say each animal require different type of feed. You can find that you use some feeds from a certain company, you find your animals are not performing, but when you use the feeds from a different company, they are performing. So you should do a trial from different companies for you now to come and find the best or the best company that will be supplying you with feeds that will give you good produce. Okay, so when you start with as we all know, dairy animals require too much of proteinous food, you can go for super napier. That is the most thing that most farmers use around nowadays. Super napier. You can use it to make silage. The super napier silage is okay, but the challenge of super napier, I always give the advantage and the disadvantage. So the best of using super napier grass is that it has a high protein, more than 14% protein. It will help you to reduce the cost of buying the feeds with high protein. So when you use super napier, you find that it has a high protein, but it has low amounts of these other nutrients. You see? Okay, but fine. Super napier is good for dairy farming. You can also use silage for not just silage, but silage from proper farmed maize. Yeah, the maize will be free from chemicals and should be good silage. That is, you can use full corn silage or or baby corn silage. But this silage is full corn silage that has a balanced ratio. Also, don't forget to give your animals hay. This will help you to stabilize the rumen of your animal, and you will reduce the risk of bloating with such cases. When it comes to dairy meal, there is also another challenge most farmers use or experience when it comes to dairy meal selection. Make sure you select the best dairy meal that will give your animals good production. Remember, dairy meal should be with high protein, with high energy that will make your animal produce more milk. So make sure you get dairy milk from a good company. Okay, if you are well enough and you can formulate your own formula for making a dairy milk, you can do that and make your own dairy milk that's cost effective to your side. But make sure you get dairy milk from a place where they give legit products. Yeah. Another thing that you should give to your animals when you're still under feeding is salt. Okay, salt is a good thing to not most, to all dairy animals. You should be giving them salt. Yeah, we have dairy salt. That's salt that you give to your animal that is highly in calcium. Yeah, you give it to your animal. Sorry, to facilitate it in the milk letdown, milk production. You can also give the magadi salt. That is the common salt that we give to animals. That you will give it at free choice. You just put there either draft or nothing there with salt, where the animal will just be feeding on it freely. Free choice. Also, you should have the block salt. Yeah, these are the salts that usually tie in the pens. Animal licks at his own free time. Yeah, because some elements or some, yeah, let me call them elements or minerals. You can get maybe phosphorus not in this salt, but in this salt is enough. So you find that when you have different types of salt, yeah, you have dairy meal, you have block salt, you have this common salt in there around. So you find your animal is always healthy because there is enough nutrients in feeds. Sorry, there's enough nutrients in feeds. You have enough supplementation of mineral salts, so you find your animals just very okay. Another thing, don't allow your animal to have stress. Yeah, that is the biggest effect that usually causes most farmers to 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 experience less produce from the animals. Stress is the biggest challenge among most farmers. So make sure you control stress in your animal, and if it's possible, make sure your animals are free from stress. Yeah, because a stress-free animal, there you'll find you are just getting profit because your animal is free, it doesn't have stress. So make sure you fight that. Make sure your animal is free from stress, and this comes where in the way For you to make sure your animal is not getting stress, 1. Clean environment. 2. Proper feeding. 3. Sleeping area. 4. Circulation of the area. Yeah. So make sure you do all the requirements that will make your animal to be stress free. Okay. Another thing, as I had said earlier, is about controlling people visiting your area, because when you just allow everybody to reach your dairy sheds or your dairy pen, you'll find that your animals will be suffering diseases now and then, because these guys that are coming to your shamba, you don't know where they are, where they are coming from, what they are carrying in their clothes. So you find that you will be spreading diseases. So make sure you have scheduled, or just a restriction. Only these the guys who handle your animal will be visiting your animal area, just that. You know. So make sure you do that. Another thing that you should do is record keeping. Is a big problem with too many farmers. Record keeping. So please, my fellow farmers, don't say that I have just one cow, how should I keep the record? No, don't do that. So make sure you keep your animals record. Even if you have one animal or one dairy animal, try to keep its record. It's very much important. Yeah, and this record, you should keep the record of everything. That is a breeding record. Yeah, you should make sure you have a record for breeding. Milk production record, there's another one. Feeding record, treatment record. Yani, you find that when, let us discuss about the treatment record. You find that the veterinary officer who is handling your animal as per the moment, he or she, in the next 5 months, he's not there. So the one who you will employ, or who will come to handle your animal, he or she will know this animal, the last 4 months it was suffering from this disease. So you'll find you have a progress, yeah, of your farm, because you have all the records. If it's milk record, you know this animal is producing this milk. During the first calving, it gave birth to a female calf. The production of milk was this. Second time, this, everything. Yeah, even if it's the semen that they used for inseminating, you have it is record, the name, the everything. So make sure you keep the animals record. Is also the biggest thing you should do in your farm. Keep the animals record. Another thing you should do in your shamba is that make sure you do proper milking. Yeah, proper milking. Educate your guys, the ones that are doing milking in your animals, to always do complete milking, because you can find some areas. Okay, let me say in our case we have maybe like 4 dairy cows, but we are not capable of purchasing a milking machine. So the ones that are milking with the hands, so make sure you consider that. Yeah, make sure you consider proper milking. That is what you can do. Salt, proper milking, anyway. Just follow all the steps, yeah, from A to Z. Yeah. If I may talk about this sector, feeding is the only challenge that it is being experienced in dairy farming. Feeding. So there at feeding, please make sure you get the best feed for your animal. Yeah, the best feed for your animal will will give you good produce. Yeah, the feed. And make sure your animals have enough time to relax in between them feeding. Yeah. Another thing, if your animal is producing more milk, it is good for you to have a criteria whereby you'll be milking either twice or thrice a day. Yeah, if it's twice a day, that is after every 12 hours you milk. If it's 3 times a day, after every 8 hours you milk. Yeah, so make sure, okay, let me say for our case, we are milking our animals 3 times a day. That is after every 8 hours we milk, because I can say our animals are good producers, because we are making 4 animals at the moment, and we are experiencing around 125 liters from 4 animals. Yeah, the highest producing 35 liters a day. You see, that make us to make our animals 3 times a day. So make sure you give proper feed, and if you need either good information about the feeds, you can comment, or you can ask question in our group. We shall be there responding back to them and helping each other, because this is a channel where we help each other to grow together. So make sure you, if you have any question, you have any comment, don't hesitate asking. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, as I always request you guys. Subscribe to our channel. We move together, we learn together as days move by. Yeah, comment, and we are here to respond to your comments, and to guide each other where I'm wrong, where you are wrong. We can learn together, get more knowledge together, and move together as a family. Yeah, so that is the aim of our family, is to help each other grow happily and have a good future. So thank you.